aka Geeks.
Hey everybody, welcome to aka Geeks. This is Real News. I'm your host Sean. We have a lot of news regarding release dates, and some of these are going to make you pretty happy. First off, let's start with the biggest movie of all time, Avatar. Its sequels, all 4 release dates have been announced. The release dates for these films are going to be December 18th, 2020, December 17th, 2021, December 20th, 2024, and December 19th, 2025. They have officially started production, so this is good news. I can't wait till I see something tangible, some set photos, something of that sort. But yeah, those are the release dates. I can't believe that they actually went that far out to say, you know, the 4th and the 5th Avatar films release dates. It's pretty interesting. I really loved the first one. I saw it in theater 3 or 4 times. It's the best 3D still to this day that I've ever seen in my life. And I'm looking forward to these films. Hopefully that they can have something equivalent or a more in-depth, even better film than previously. Alright, more release dates. Like I said, you guys, we got some release dates from the Fox Marvel universe, the X-Men universe, I should say. Deadpool 2 gets a summer release date of June 1st, 2018. The Dark Phoenix gets a release date of November 2nd, 2018. And New Mutants gets a release date of April 13th, 2018. These are all good things. I like the fact that Deadpool's in the summer now. It has proven itself. I hope that it continues with its R-rated, funny, awesome comic book, just magic. And I'm really happy about the Dark Phoenix, you know, being planned as the next X-Men movie. I hope Bryan Singer gets to do it. I really hope that he gets to put what he wanted to do back in, you know, the early 2000s on the screen with this run of the Dark Phoenix. Let's move over to Disney now, you guys. Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2 has a release date now. It will be releasing November 21st, 2018, day before my birthday. I might go check that one out. Frozen 2 gets a release date of November 27th, 2019. And Indiana Jones 5 gets a release date of July 10th, 2020. That Indiana Jones is actually, they've stated that Steven Spielberg will be directing that one. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully they can turn back the clock. They could figure out a different pathway to go. I doubt they're going to get Shia LaBeouf to reprise his role as Indiana Jones' son. But I'm hoping that they're going to do something where he has a little protege, or they do. I've talked about previously in previous episodes where maybe they jump back in time and he's telling a story and they show a younger Indiana Jones and someone's taking over the mantle. That would be, in my mind, the best way to do it, to keep the stories of Indiana Jones going, keeping them in that Nazi era, and just have someone else be playing the role and he's telling the story. So I like that idea. I don't know if they're going to do that. We'll find out soon. The live-action Lion King has a release date now as well. It will be on July 19th, 2019. They've also announced 2 castings, Timon and Pumbaa. It's going to be Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner. Seth Rogen is going to be Pumbaa, of course, which I can't imagine. When I heard this news, I can't imagine a better person to play Pumbaa. When I heard it, I was like, that's perfect. That is perfect. Billy Eichner, I don't know much about him, but I heard that he's really funny and he does a nice little web series, nice little on the street type of series. Last bit of release date news, Star Wars Episode 9 has a new summer release date. It's moving out of the winter Christmas window and back into the summer. It'll be releasing on May 24th, 2019. Last Star Wars, The Force Awakens was actually supposed to be coming out in May as well, and then it got pushed back to December. I wonder, even though they moved it from December to May, I wonder if it'll get moved back to December if they don't have it all in the bag. I think they're done. They've wrapped filming production on it now. They're just on post-production right now. So we'll see if that actually meets that date. Okay, last bit of Disney news, you guys. This is regarding the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Kevin Feige said that Avengers 4, the film that's going to be coming after Avengers Infinity War, is not filming back-to-back with Avengers Infinity War. Also, they are not going to be giving a title to that Avengers film until a later date, because if they did do that, it would probably be a spoiler of some sorts. If that's the case, I really hope that they don't give us a title of the film until after Avengers Infinity War, until the year that Avengers 4 is coming out. I hope that they do that. I know Marvel's doing a really good job with all their films, but one of the things I don't like per se is when they tell us exactly what they're going to be putting out there for us. I want Marvel to be a little bit more secretive with what films they're going to be putting out, so that way we don't even have the slightest idea of who's going to survive, who's going to fall. I want them to be a little bit more secretive about that. I get it that they put all the press releases out with how many films each person signs to, but the best way to keep the leaks and all that in-house is if they don't tell us what movies they're going to be filming when it's in a sequel of a character that could possibly meet their doom. Alright guys, and now I got two little tidbits of news that I think you guys will like. First off, Jeff Goldblum's character Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park 2: The Lost World. Jeff Goldblum will be reprising his role as Ian Malcolm in Jurassic World 2. It isn't known as of right now if his role is going to be as a cameo or as a larger role, but I think it's awesome. Hopefully he can bring back some of that magic he had in the first Jurassic Park. And the last bit of news, I think we all saw this coming. M. Night Shyamalan has announced that he is going to be making a sequel to a proper sequel to the movie Unbreakable. This one is going to be called Glass, and it's also going to be, in effect, a sequel to Split. Spoiler alert right here, you guys. If you haven't seen Split, at the end, you find out that Split is taking place in the same universe as Unbreakable, and you see Bruce Willis there at the bar at the end. So it's really cool, really interesting. I am definitely down for this. I'm really happy that he's gone back to smaller movies and worked on story and working on the setting of telling these smaller stories to really make quality films instead of, you know, what he did with like all these other movies with Will Smith, Jaden Smith, whatever, After Earth, whatever. Those kind of films are a little bit too big for. He's good at this right now. So I want to see this. I'm really looking forward to this. This is good news. Alright guys, let's move on to the trailer segment this week. This week there's two trailers that caught my attention, and since we were just talking about Bruce Willis, there is a new Bruce Willis trailer for a movie that really caught my attention. It's like the, sorry my older fans, if there are any older fans, it's like the senior citizens version of John Wick. It's Bruce Willis is a private investigator, and someone steals his dog, and he goes on a rampage, not necessarily killing everybody, but in the trailer knocking people out and whatnot and beating people up to find his dog. It's called Once Upon a Time in Venice. Because of the setting of it, to me, I'm sure it's not satire or it's not a spoof of John Wick, but I actually like what I'm seeing, and I think I don't know if it's gonna be bad comedy, but it seems like it's probably gonna have some laughs in it that might get me going because of how much it's like totally following the John Wick, you know, the story of that in a certain sense. So I'm looking forward to that one. And the second trailer that caught my attention this week is Kingsman The Golden Circle. This one, it's not one of those trailers that you just like, your mind isn't blown from. There's a lot of action pieces in there, a lot of set pieces in there that are just like, whoa, that's cool. It's one of those trailers, those teaser trailers, because it wasn't really long, that just kind of lets you know like, hey, this movie's coming out. You like the first one, make sure you watch this one. I definitely love the first one. I thought it had its own sense of charm to it, and I definitely like the action, and I'm really looking forward to this one. Hopefully this one lives up to the first one. I hope Matthew Vaughn puts together another quality Kingsman movie. Alright guys, so now let's move on to what's in theaters this week. This week in theaters, there are three movies that have caught my attention. First off is The Circle. This was starring Tom Hanks, Emma Watson, a few other people. This one right now is getting really bad reviews. You watch the trailer and it doesn't look so great either, to be honest with you. Tom Hanks is playing kind of the antagonist in here. Emma Watson is the naive girl who's fresh out of college, kind of protagonist in there, and she's got to decide whether she's morally strong enough to go against what Tom Hanks and his company's doing because it's affecting people's lives that she knows possibly, or does she just go along with it and bring in the buku bucks? I don't know. I was interested in this one, and then I started hearing really bad things about it this week, so that has turned my opinion a little bit. I still hope it's a good movie. I still want to see it myself, but I probably won't be seeing it this weekend in theater. Next movie that's got my attention is How to Be a Latin Lover. This one looks like it's a nice little comedy that has a little bit of heart to it. And I know you guys don't think I'm Latin. I'm not. I'm mixed race. So my heritage is on one side is Caucasian, the other side is Mexican and Native American. I find this interesting. I hope that they show some of those tidbits of our culture, something that you see that in our households on a regular basis with that culture. So it reminds me of something like that, at least what I'm seeing from the trailers. Some of the stuff in the trailers looks funny when he dives into the pool and all the dye comes off. It actually almost looks like he just shit himself. And so it looks like it has a little charm to it. I don't think it's gonna be laugh out loud funny. I don't think it's gonna be an Oscar nominated kind of film where acting is above everything else, but it does look interesting to me, at least. I won't be seeing it this weekend, but I'll look for it on Netflix or Redbox. The movie that I am looking forward to see in theaters this week is the film Sleight. This one is regarding a kid who does magic tricks. He has to go into selling drugs. At parties, I think it is. His drug dealer or supplier kidnaps his sister. Then he has to go and get her back. I think it's with Dule. What's his name from Psych and Ballers. I don't know the main protagonist's name, but it looks really interesting. It's by Blumhouse Tilt. It looks like another one of these Get Out type of films, a Split type of films, and they've been doing a lot of these lately, where Blumhouse is giving them a smaller budget, a handful of millions of dollars. But hey, I want you to use this money. You are restricted, but use your imagination and put a good story out there. And so I actually really want to see this one. It definitely has my attention. I want to see what's going on with the powers and the sleight of hand in this film. All right, guys. So that's it for Real News this week. Remember to click the like, share, subscribe buttons down below. Leave your comments, questions, suggestions in the comment section. Let's have a great conversation about all the topics I discussed today. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.
AK Geeks.